Hello and welcome back to another beer review. I'm Ben the Beer Lad, and today I'm going to be doing a Rivington beer. This is in collaboration with Tartarus and Hive Bakehouse, and this is called Massive Massive Dog, and it is a salted caramel Imperial Stout at 9.5%. There it all is. This one got from Priesttown. Can't remember how much I paid for it, but I got it. It's a vegan friendly beer. And yeah, it's a collab with Tartarus, which I really, really like. They make some class stuff, some always strong stuff, but class stuff. And Hive Bakehouse, never heard of them, but willing to give it a go. And obviously Rivington, like legends as they are. Some guff on the back. It says a salted caramel Imperial Stout brewed with our mates at Tartarus Beer and Hive Bakehouse. It says this beer was brewed as part of the CVLT of Independence Project. I think it's Cult of Independence, by our mates at the Beernomicon podcast. This project aims to help organise collaborations between brewers and small independent businesses in other sectors and to promote and support their corner of the market. It says all that right there, and there's the little logo they use. That's all the guff, the nice blue navy can art. It looks really nice. It's vegan beer, like I said. So yeah, let's just crack it open and see what we got, shall we? Looking forward to something good here. Salted caramel Imperial Stout. It's a win. This should be a win. Alright. Oh, it's going down the side. Calm down. Right, I'll just put that there a second. Right, so beer, there we have it. A pretty jet black beer with a nice tanned compact head. Looks really, really nice. And there's a tiny bit of an alcohol ring. Very, very mild, very subtle, but you can see it if you look at it. Looks really nice. Let's get a smell and see what we get, shall we? Hold on. Roasted malts, dark chocolate, straight away it's bitter. It might need to settle, get to room temperature. I'm not sure. What temperature does it say? Because they do have a recommended temperature. Store below 5 degrees. Yeah, my fridge is below 5 degrees. So yeah, it's at its temperature. Roasted malts, dark chocolate, like I said. There's a little sweetness in there. I would say milk chocolate, but it's not milk chocolate. It's like a sugary sweetness. Might be the salted caramel. Doesn't smell like caramel though. Doesn't smell that kind of sweet. It's just got this mild sweetness to it. It smells nice either way. It smells nice. But it is very dark and bitter this so far. Let's go mouthful for body and carb, shall we? Body is medium to full. It's getting close to the full side there, but it's medium full. Carb, very, very light, very, very mild, very, very, yeah, very light, very subtle. So far, so good. It's quite velvety, quite smooth, that. Quite rich. So far, so good. Let's get a big old taste, shall we? Cheers. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. So, start off, roasted malts and dark chocolate. They are straight up in there. I know there's no lactose in this. There's no lactose in this. I don't know what they use as sort of a lactose replacement for vegans. Or for vegan drinks. But it has this almost lactosey, milky way about it, like a texture more than a flavour. I know they don't use lactose. I'm trying to I don't know what it is that they use in there to sort of give it that, pardon me, milky flavour or milky texture, but it's got some, whatever it is, someone correct me down in the comments and let me know, but that's, whatever it is there, and it's more of a texture than a taste, but it reminds me of a milkshake, milky lactose texture. Anyway. So yeah, bitter, dark, roasted, malt, dark chocolate, like I say, roasted, dark, bitter, really, really nice. There's this subtle sweetness that starts. Wow. It's just very interesting. This sort of sweetness that starts, it doesn't really peak as much as the dark flavours, the bitter and the roasted. It doesn't really peak as much, but you still got this nice subtle sweetness to it. And I'm going to assume that's your caramel, your sugary sweetness to it. But you do get a nice salty taste. No, it's not over the top salt chips, you know what I mean? It's on the can, it says it's Halen Mon sea salt. I don't know where that is, but they've got sea salt and you can taste it. It's got that salty, say, not over the top. It's not like you're eating a chippy or anything, but it's got this nice mild salty taste and flavour that sticks throughout the beer. After about halfway of the beer, booze starts to come through, so 9.5 starts the show, and you start to get this sort of booziness at the back of your tongue and the sort of there in the cheeks, and that's sort of like a lingering booziness, a lingering boozy taste that just sticks throughout the beer. Yeah, I'm not really getting sugar. Like I said, there's that mild bit. It doesn't really peak though. It just sort of stays constant at this mild subtle flavour. Where I was expecting a nice sweet kick, basically this nice sugary taste. I've got a feeling closer it gets to room temperature, the more that's going to show. Same with the booze. The booze is going to show up more during closer to room temperature, because that's just how these go. I always say, yeah, it doesn't taste boozy. It's very well hidden. And then I savour it, drink it over an hour or two. And by the time it gets to that last bit of drinking, it's just booze and it's strong. So I've got a feeling this is going to be the same. It's a good beer. Not what I expected. Does have that sea salt, salted flavour to it. Not really much in the caramel though. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that. Microphone's there. Crackle. Anyway, I'm going to put that down now. Yeah, it's dark, it's bitter, it's roasted. It's an Imperial Stout with a sprinkling of salt and a sprinkle of sugar. That's the best way I can describe it. And you get this nice boozy aftertaste. Like I say, not over the top, nice and subtle. Just sort of a reminder, it's a 9.5 beer. Was expecting a sweeter beer compared to what I've got. Still a good beer. Kind of wish it was sweeter though. It's just me, but I don't know. It's yeah, my opinion. Well, anyway, I think with that I'm gonna go away and enjoy it. It's a good beer, like I say. I just wanted it to be a bit sweeter, but what I've got is a good product. You still get your salt. You still get your Imperial Stout. Just wish I had that caramel. Anyway, so Rivington, Tartarus and Hive Bakehouse, massive dog, salted caramel Imperial Stout at 9.5 out of 10. I'm going to give it a nice 8. I'm going to be generous and give it an 8 because it is still a good beer. I'm just knocking it down because it's not caramel. And if it gets to room temperature and I leave it and savour it for the rest of the night and it gets sort of sweeter and sugary, I'll come back, so just stick around in case I do come back. And say it's got this nice sugary sweetness, which is what I was expecting, because I might regrade it then and re-rate it just because of that, and then sort of guide you on how to store it, because this has been at below 5 degrees in my fridge and there's no sugar in that. There's not a lot of sugar. It's very hidden. So yeah, it's getting an 8 just because there's no caramel. So if you have had this before, please let me know. Let me know what you think. If you like it, if you don't, if you've not had it, I'll leave a link to Rivington's website down below. I'll also leave a link to Tartarus and to Hive Bakehouse. Check them out. Tartarus, I think, are a winner. They make some good beers. 13-14% tippers and West Coast beers and stuff. They're just really good. I'll check out Hive Bakehouse myself. Pardon me, just to see what they do, see what kind of beer they've got in stock, even if they are a brewer themselves. But yeah, I'll leave links down below for the appropriate places. If you like the video though, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that usual stuff. If you want to subscribe, consider doing so, because the show must go on, etc., etc., so on and so forth. And I'll see you later.